Ever wondered why mental work makes us tired? When we learn intensively or tackle complex cognitive tasks, we end up drained and exhausted. Scientists have figured out why. When our brain is under mental load, it accumulates more glutamate, a substance released when brain cells are active. With prolonged cognitive load, the brain can't remove it quickly enough, signaling exhaustion. This happens during learning, pondering a tough problem, or in a chess tournament. When you think hard, you tire. This leads to cognitive fatigue, or the smoky brain effect. As a result, you start thinking slower, instinctively avoid complex tasks, and control impulses less. Studies show that in such moments, people are less able to resist temptation. They often eat fast food or sweets and struggle to control their emotions. But why? One theory suggests intense cognitive load burns glucose energy reserves. Mental exhaustion signals a glucose deficit, supposedly encouraging more energy-saving behavior. According to this theory, exhaustion is an illusion created by the brain to stop mental labor, explains lead researcher Matthias Pesiglione from the Brain and Spine Institute in Paris. However, this theory is contested as studies haven't confirmed significantly higher glucose consumption during mental tasks. Moreover, this theory doesn't explain why a hypothetical energy shortage affects self-control, but not other cognitive processes like vision, says Antonius Wheeler and colleagues. Scientists are searching for another explanation. In their experiment, researchers involved 40 participants who, for 6 hours, performed either complex or simple tasks on a computer, alternating between memory and attention tests. After each block, they took self-control tests, and their pupil dilation was measured, indicating mental strain level. Some tasks were done with a brain scanner, using functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, to record brain activity and track various metabolites and neurotransmitters in the brain. In the group handling more complex tasks, clear signs of mental exhaustion were observed, reduced self-control and dilated pupils. Subjects found the day exhausting and felt tired, but this applied to both groups. So, subjective perception alone can't measure actual cognitive exhaustion, explained Pesiglione and his team. Brain scan results were more telling. Participants with complex tasks showed significantly lower activity in the left part of the prefrontal cortex, responsible for higher cognitive functions, decision-making, and impulse control. Also, in mentally exhausted participants, an accumulation of the neurotransmitter glutamate was noticed in intercellular spaces and synapses of this brain region. Glutamate, a mediator substance, stimulates and participates in nerve signal transmission. It's released more when synapses are actively working. A glutamate deficiency inside neurons can worsen their activity, while its excess outside cells hinders signals reaching synapses. The findings indicate mental exhaustion is caused by significant changes in brain metabolism. After prolonged, complex cognitive work, excess glutamate accumulates in the brain, which can't remove it fast enough. Increased tension from mental labor is linked to the brain trying to keep glutamate concentration within limits, the scientists explain. Exhaustion signals that the brain can no longer ensure this, forcing us to rest. The best remedy for mental exhaustion is a break and sleep, says Pesiglione. We have strong evidence that glutamate is removed from synapses during sleep.